Hello everyone. I was deciding that maybe I'd upload a few videos about davening or praying. It's a very important thing for everyone to do to come closer to Hashem or God. In order to do that, we need to contemplate on His greatness and His goodness. And thank God we have sages from, history who have written down the exact formula in order to do so. And this not only connects us with our realization within ourselves how great Hashem is or how great God is, but it also allows us to inwardly be able to do the mission that God has put all of us here to do. So with that being said, I'm going to start actually with the afternoon prayer called Mincha, which is exactly what I just said, the afternoon prayer for the weekdays. And this is a very special part of the afternoon prayer. Usually the afternoon prayer consists before of karbonos. We also say this in the morning prayers, but karbonos means offerings, and this is something that was done when the Holy Temple was in Jerusalem. And, for hundreds of years, this is how we helped connect ourselves to God, by following the command to make offerings. So there were many different types of offerings. So I guess this was the ones that we're going to read. It was about, I guess, a lamb offering and some spice offerings that you'll see. But this helps, basically the deeper meaning of doing this is that it helps elevate our souls. We have a few different types of souls. We have an animal soul and we have a godly soul. And the animal soul, it needs to be rectified. And I guess basically the godly soul is put into us in this world to help rectify the animal soul. So the offerings symbolizes our being able to change our physical or animal soul with, being in this world and trying to fix our relationship with God, I guess, basically, by following His ordinances. So it seems like a bunch of mishmash, but it's actually a very special and holy process that just by saying it, it helps to become closer to God, and it helps offer up your selfish part, your animal soul, basically, to God, and helps everything, I guess, go smoother. So here's a little excerpt here, and I'm going to put a link in the description for this this particular prayer book called the Siddur, and it has the Hebrew here where you could say the Hebrew if you know how to read it, and then right next to it has that sentence in the English, so you could say the Hebrew and then say it in English. That's very helpful for those who can read Hebrew but don't necessarily know the meaning yet or are trying to learn the meaning. So I guess when I get to this spot, I will explain what it says for this particular verse. Okay, so I will start here. V'yadaber Adonai el Moshe lemor. And Hashem spoke to Moshe and gave him instructions to say to Bnei Yisrael, the sons of Israel, Tzav es Bnei Yisrael, command the sons of Israel, V'amarta lehem, and say to them, Es har karbani lachmi li'ishai li'achni kaichi. For my carbon, my offering, is like my food for my fire on the Mizbeach, and whose smell pleases me when you offer it. So you can take notice that this is Hashem talking because it's capitalized letters. That's obviously something we only do for God, who is referring to himself. And this is why basically we continue saying this, and now that we don't have the Holy Temple at this moment, of course we will have one in the future, but this is why we say this excerpt. It takes the place of the physical offering that we would be doing if it were to be resurrected. There's also verses in the Torah that say that you shall use the prayers as the bowls of your lips. I guess referring to the times where we would be able to use bulls for sacrifices, but since we don't have that connection right now without the temple, we could use the bulls, quote unquote, of our lips, the offerings of our prayers. And that is quite a service to God. Can be very difficult, and especially if you're doing the prayers every day and you say the same thing every day, and perhaps your thoughts begin to wander and everything. So it's a real struggle or a battle in the heart to keep to doing it properly and to keep the right intentions. And to also, if you didn't grow up saying it, it's a very big struggle to be consistent with it, as I have. So, I don't know, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this. So, let me continue. I'm sorry for the interruption. So, Es karbani lachmi le'ishai re'achni kaichi. I said that right. Tishmaru lahachriv libamado. You should appoint kohanim or priests in English, and levim, or a certain tribe of Jewish people that help in the Beis HaMikdash. And they sing on the steps of the entrance of the temple, and they take care. They have different services. The Kohanim are the priests, and the Levim are the helpers of the priest, basically. And they all have separate services or duties in the temple. You should appoint Kohanim and Levim, and they all are from a particular tribe of Aaron. In the Bible. You should appoint Kohanim and Leviim to take care of it and to offer it to me at its proper time, every morning and afternoon. You should also tell the people in charge of the carbon, this is a fire burned carbon, which you should bring to Hashem, or God. Kavasim b'nei shana, 2 lambs which are less than a year old, samimim shanayim layon, in perfect health, offered on each day, ola samid, as a daily carbon, ola, to be completely burned on the Mizbeach. On the Mizbeach is the altar, or the table in which the offering is prepared. Es hakeves ha'echad. Now here is the little excerpt over here that explains this part. prepare the first lamb to be offered in the morning, and that's like the morning prayers, basically. Yes, akeves hasheni taser bein abayim. And the second lamb to be offered in the afternoon, and that would be the afternoon prayers. The avodah, the service of the daily carbon ola, teaches us an important lesson. When we do our own avodah, our own service, and bring ourselves closer to God, we must make a constant effort. It's really a constant effort. Not only when times are good, like in the morning times is a representation of like a person having good in their life. And not only during good times, like not only just davening in the morning when the day is bright, but also when times are challenging in the late afternoon when the day is darker. So that would be why we offer the second lamb, to symbolize how we come closer to Hashem or to God, not only in the early morning when everything is good and wonderful and bright for us, but also when things are getting darker and time is getting harder and life is getting challenging. And that's what God wants from us, is to work to be close to Him through all times of our life, good and bad. And this is truly a service. And serving Hashem that way is what makes Him happy and shows our true devotion to Him. I hope you enjoyed this little excerpt. It's much longer, but I'm going to stop with that. If you have any questions or would like me to post more videos, just comment below and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Mashiach now. This is in honor of the true and complete redemption, that it should come now, and that all the Jewish people should be united together and go to Israel to serve God in the true and ultimate building of the final temple. Amen.